78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC, Lions Den basketball community in this case. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. So, Stephen A. Smith, along with Jason Whitlock, have all come out and responded now to the Josh Giddey controversy, seeing as though the internet called all of them out for not keeping the same energy when it comes to Josh Giddey. Okay, and let's be clear. This is not about people wanting to see Josh Giddey be prosecuted. It's about, because don't nobody know exactly what happened, but this really is about these black faces on television who jump and go out of their way, who are quick to start bashing or blaming some black athlete, some black celebrity in the court of public opinion. Before all the facts come out, they're being very gentle with this guy, Josh Giddey. But we all know what time it is and why that's happening. So before we get into what Stephen A. Smith, before I play what he said, let's first look at what Des Bryant had to say about Malika Andrews. Des Bryant said on Twitter to Malika Andrews, "You went out of your way to crucify Brandon Miller on draft day over something he didn't even do. Why haven't you said nothing about Josh Giddey?" Right? So he goes on to say some stuff about that. And then we all know Malika Andrews was forced to respond. And she went on television and she said, she mentioned the Josh Giddey situation. She looked so uncomfortable, like she didn't want to do it. So someone here mentions to Des Bryant, she mentioned it today on NBA Today. Des Bryant says it was by public demand. They felt the heat. They waited forever to make the statement. Certain athletes get the privilege, innocent to proven guilty. Right? And he says certain athletes are guilty until proven innocent. Absolutely. We already know what time it is when it comes to that. Right? So now let's play what Stephen A. Smith had to say.
Waves of YouTube. Before I get to your calls, and the number to call up is 888-SAS-5303. That's 888-727-5303. I love taking your phone calls on a plethora of things. Let me say that what I'm about to get into, I usually don't get involved with. I'm big on supporting my colleagues and protecting my colleagues, but in the same breath, I'm also big on minding my own damn business when it's called upon to do so. And I'm certainly not trying to deviate from that in this particular situation, but there's a subject that I think demands participation from people in this industry, including myself. And that is the subject that's involving ESPN host Malika Andrews. Now, for those of you who may not know, and it's very few in the sports world who don't know at this particular moment in time, she's been getting some major heat, in particular for former NFL wide receiver Des Bryant for ignoring the situation involving or surrounding NBA player Josh Giddey of the Oklahoma City Thunder and the accusations of him having an inappropriate relationship with an underage girl. First things first, before I get even any further, let me tell you what Des Bryant had to say. Let me read that quote to you right now. Des Bryant tweets, "Malika Andrews, you went out of your way to crucify Brandon Miller, the number 2 overall pick of the Charlotte Hornets on draft day, over something he didn't even do," wrote Bryant. "Why haven't you said nothing about Josh Giddey? I advise you not to make this a black or white thing. Your parents really raised you wrong, and just because you went to a private school don't make you better. You appeal, and I know you're kind. You're just a puppet. I don't know how a former or current NBA player could sit there across from you and look at you with some kind of respect." Let me say this. Des Bryant, I miss him. I miss Des Bryant because I loved watching him as a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys for those 8 years he was there before he suffered that injury. He came back and tried to resume his career in Baltimore, and that didn't work out. I respect you, my brother, but that was a bit extreme. You see, without trying to get too involved in it, I feel compelled to get involved because I think that a lot of people are missing the issue involving Josh Giddey to begin with. Josh Giddey is being investigated for allegedly messing with an underage girl. We don't know the facts.
Okay, Stephen A., get out of here, bro. You don't know the facts on a lot of stuff. Okay? That didn't stop y'all from talking about it every day on ESPN. Just admit it. Look, people ain't stupid, bro. Everybody knows what y'all doing over there. You guys feel comfortable talking about black athletes, their business, speculating on what could have happened or what's going on in their personal lives. Y'all feel comfortable talking about that. You don't feel comfortable talking about Josh Giddey because nobody wants to ruin this young man's life. You see what I'm saying? Malika Andrews comes out here like she's this super duper feminist and girl power this and that. Captain Marvel. Keep the same energy with that guy. Because if that's how you really feel, then you should have that energy with everybody. See what I'm saying? But I expected Stephen A. to pull this. This is the balancing act I always tell you about with Stephen A. Smith. He walks that line. You know what I'm saying? The balancing beam. That's what he does. You know what I mean? Jason Whitlock also said something on one of his show. I don't even have that clip ready, but Jason Whitlock said something similar, trying to go in on Des Bryant, and all that kind of stuff. And Jason Whitlock's one of his co-hosts or guests, Steve Kim, who I can't stand, but Steve Kim did keep it real when it came to this. He said, well, the criticism of Malika Andrews is fair. He says, because if she's going to take these stances that she's taking, then she has to keep the same energy. She should be calling out Josh Giddey. You can't tuck your tail and hide. See what I'm saying? It's just, the bottom line is, she's not comfortable that she can get away with speculating and bashing on him the way she could with these brothers. And for too long, people have gotten accustomed to listening, turning on Sports Center and these different ESPN shows, listening to them demonize and vilify black athletes all the time, pointing out every flaw. But then when one of these white athletes does something, it gets swept under the rug. Like what's the football player name who had a black girlfriend and beat her like nobody's business? I can't remember the dude's name because they never talk about the dude. But y'all in the chat, y'all gonna remember who I'm talking about. Can't remember the dude's name, okay? But they didn't really cover that. They talked about the Ray Rice situation. I'm talking about, they talked about that thing was for forever, ever. Ray Rice situation. I mean, that was everywhere. But that dude who absolutely tried to remove his girl from the planet Earth, the white guy, nothing. They might have talked about it 1 or 2 segments, and I ain't heard nothing else for it. Nothing else about it. Okay? Because like I said in my other video, this country has never been comfortable and never will be comfortable with a white villain. Never. Okay? And that's why these guys operate the way they do. But you'll see what I'm saying? Because within the next 60 days, there'll be something else that happens with a black athlete, and you watch how quickly Stephen A. Smith, Malika Andrews, and Jason Whitlock go on the speculation tour. Watch how quickly they vilify and demonize that athlete. Just watch. It ain't going to take much, 60 days. And we'll be right back here having this conversation again. 78 Sports TV, salute to the mighty ldbc. Smash that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell so you be notified when I drop a new video. I'm out of here. Deuces.